Yo, we are back. It's your boy, Ma K. Smith. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are so back. We are so back. It's so crazy that the NFL season is going on. Go Cowboys. Go Lamar Jackson. But it's so crazy that the NFL season going on. And I was so locked in on the Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream game. That just shows you how much the WNBA game has grown. That just shows you how much fun watching the WNBA and basketball and just in general. But that just shows you that once again, the WNBA is going to become the summer sport for the next decade. And it was a epic game. It was an epic game. It was an epic game. It was an epic game between the Indiana Fever versus the Atlantic Dream. And the fact that I'm talking about WNBA basketball on a Sunday in the first week of the NFL just lets me know that like the WNBA has once again grown tremendously. But CaitlinClark, when she's playing, eyes are locked in regardless of what teams are playing, no regardless of the NFL is playing, regardless of what's happening. When CaitlinClark and the Indiana Fever basketball is on, for whatever reason, a lot of people, including myself, have to lock in and have to watch. That game between the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream was special. And it was special because we really got to see the Indiana Fever look like a playoff team. That was playoff basketball. And it was playoff basketball because not everything is going to go right. Sometimes you're going to get down. Sometimes you're going to be down and out. But do you have that grit? Do you have that determination to overcome adversity? And what we watched today with the Indiana Fever, and we watched today with not just CaitlinClark, but Alliyah Boston, as well as Kelsey Mitchell, Lexie as well, they overcame adversity. That to me showed a lot because in the playoffs, you're not going to always be able to play the game that you want to play. Sometimes you may have to play the game that the opposing team is playing. And we saw that in the first half when the Atlanta Dream really dictated and controlled the pace of the game. And the Indiana Fever had to play their game, and they got down. Unfortunately, they were down by 16 in the second half, and then also down in, I believe, by 9 points in the fourth quarter. But they were able to overcome that. They were able to battle through that adversity and show a lot of grit, show a lot of toughness. And Alliyah Boston, I've been talking about it on stream. I've been talking about wanting to see more of her because I believe they're going to need to have her be locked in and have her engage when the playoffs come around. And today, when things weren't going good for Kelsey Mitchell, her shot wasn't falling in the second half, when CaitlinClark was getting a little frustrated due to the perimeter defense that Canada was on her, and Canada's phenomenal defensive player. She's been on the all-defensive team twice for the WNBA. She was most improved last year. She missed a lot of the season battling injury, but she's an excellent perimeter defender. What did they go to? Who did they go to? They had to go to their number one overall pick. And this game that's why the title is the number one pick duel. This game featured the past 3 number one overall picks in Rhyne Howard, in Alliyah Boston, and CaitlinClark. And they showed you on today's game why each and one of those ladies were number one picks. They were phenomenal. They were special. And they came back by 6. They were down by 16. And they really showed a lot of toughness and togetherness. And this is a victory that the Indiana Fever are going to really appreciate once the playoffs arrive because they battled through. And sometimes you got to just get it out the mud. Sometimes you got to just win a nasty game. And they were down most of the game, and they fought and fought and fought and fought and fought. And they were able to come back and lead a victory and get the victory over Atlanta Dream. And that's a tough loss for Atlanta Dream because they're battling for that 8th spot in the playoffs. But they had contributions from Tina Charles, the second level shot maker one of the best post players in the WNBA. She was phenomenal. Had 17 points. They got contributions from Canada. I think she had 13 and 6. They also got Rhyne Howard, who is a beautiful bucket getter. Her three-point shooting ability is unmatched. I need people to understand that, like, she can go to war and battle against anybody when we talk about shooting that pill for the three-point line. And get in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let me know how y'all feel. But Rhyne Howard was special. Like she was really special. This is her third straight game. One of the most skilled guards in the league, Rhyne Howard. This is her third straight game with 30 points or more. She's combined for over 100 points in the last 3 games for the Atlanta Dream. She's really laying it and leaving it all on the floor. She is a bucket getter. She is her shot is uncanny. Like, she's unguardable. Like, she can shoot over the top. She can catch and shoot. She knows how to put the ball on the deck as well and make shots and make plays for herself. And she's learning to become a better playmaker as well. That's the next portion of her game that she got to work on and develop. But Rhyne Howard is a bucket, man. That's why she was a 2021 first overall pick. And the Atlanta Dream, I like what I see from the Atlanta Dream. They really get after. They just got to kind of lock in on the defensive side of the ball. And really, you can't afford to lose games when you're up 16 points, when you're up the entire game. That was a bad loss for Atlanta Dream, but that's probably why they're at the bottom of the standings and seeding, trying to fight for a playoff spot. But once again, it took everything for the Indiana Fever to win this game. They had to Clark 26 and 12. We're talking about a player that we have never seen before in the WNBA. We're talking about the best generator probably of already all time when we talk about scoring and passing. CaitlinClark is already the best generator of all time, and she's leading the league with like 37.6 in total contribution, whether that's scoring or passing a game. And she's going to break the record, another record she's going to break this season as she continues on her dominance and her run and just being regarded as, once again, a top 10 basketball player in the WNBA. And once again, I'm being modest by saying top 10, but CaitlinClark is a generator. She's an engine. She's unstoppable. And what I like seeing about CaitlinClark in this game was that she's also learning how to score off the ball. The Indiana Fever ran a couple sets for her coming off screens and hitting key jump shots, and that's very key for the development of her game going forward in the future. But I can't talk enough about Boston. Like, Boston's footwork in a post is impeccable. Also, her patience, her understanding how to bury defenders deep in under the rim. Her spin move, her half spin, her fake half spins, like get into her left shoulder. Like, she is a problem. She is a force. And sometimes I've been hard on her because of, I say, her conditioning, and the Indiana Fever wants to play very, very fast. Her conditioning sometimes, flows ups and downs, but she is going to be a player that you have to get the ball and get her involved in the offense because she is a walking double-double. You just got to get her the touches. And that's one of the things where the Chicago Sky kind of struggling because they don't have guards that can get their bigs the touches. Manny, great game. Yup. Oh my goodness, a Fever rally to win. Yup. They came back. That was a phenomenal game. It was a really good game, but the turnovers are driving me up a wall. Lexie did her thing too. Yes. Lexie did her thing because even though Rhyne Howard dropped 36 points this game, Lexie made it very hard and made it very challenging, and that's what you want for your defender. Like, when you're guarding opposing team's best player, they're still going to get theirs, but can you make it difficult? Can you make it challenging? And a couple of those in overtime in the fourth quarter, she really won her matchup against Rhyne Howard in key moments and key situations. A lot of times when people think about stopping a offensive juggernaut, they think of like you have to shut them down completely. A lot of times you're not going to shut a offensive score down completely, but if you can shut them down when it's time for them to get key buckets and key situations and get key stops, that's when you have done your job defensively. Can you make it challenging? Can you make it difficult for them when it matters the most? And if you can shut them down and make them shoot a terrible field goal percentage or not get their average, then you've done your job as well. But like, I think Lexie played a phenomenal defense. Like, she really did her thing. And also when her shot is on and when she's knocking down threes, she gives the Fever another option offensively as well. But Kelsey Mitchell, CaitlinClark, Boston, they combined for 77 points. That's going to be tough to beat on any given night when you got your three best players combining for 77 points. And Kelsey Mitchell she had 21 points. She got it going in the first half, had 10. Then she kind of lost her rhythm a little bit. But she's a bucket. She's a problem. And if the game is close and you need somebody to go out and get a shot and go out and make a play, you still get the ball to Kelsey Mitchell no matter what, because she's a pure hooper and she has that scores mentality, and she lives for those big moments. But it was a phenomenal game. It was a phenomenal game. I'm still worried about the Indiana Fever for their defense. The Indiana Fevers gave up 93 points over the last 3 games. That's something they got to get better in, especially in transition defense. And also understanding that if you cannot play fast, because that's where they really struggled, that's when the offense kind of was very unsettling in the first half, because they were the dream to not allow the Indiana Fever to push the ball and to get out on the fast break opportunities and in transition. But you have to learn how to play within the half-court game. And when you have a big man like Boston, who's a traditional big that can score in a variety of ways, pick and roll, pick and pop, and also she's the best passing big in the league, you have to figure out how to get her involved and going in the half-court when the opposing team is not allowing you to play on the break. That is very key. And I really like what I saw with the Indiana Fever, because in the fourth quarter and also in overtime, they were going to Alliyah Boston, and she was really the reason why they won this game. And she had a career game, 30 and 13 boards. That was very impressive, man. It's like this Fever team is different. They're giving me 2015 Golden State Warriors vibes. They really are. Like, this young team. This team can be a force and win a championship in the next few years if they keep Kelsey Mitchell and they keep this band and group together. That's how special they are. And once again, CaitlinClark is already the best generator and engine I have seen in the WNBA in a long, long time. And when she's the best player when we talk about contributing to scoring and passing that this league has ever seen already as a rookie. Like, it's special. What y'all saying? When you see Boston fake passes, Clark attack the basket, you know how smart she is. She's extremely smart, extremely gifted. I know which player you're talking about. Extremely gifted. Like, this is the most technical players, individual. Kelsey Clark, Boston, the players, they know how to play, finish, winning. Yep. It was a special game. It was a very special game. Very special game. And it was phenomenal just to watch. And I appreciate y'all hopping on stream and locking in with me. It's your boy, Mike K. Smith. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you're new to following me, if you're new to me analyzing the game, once again, my name is Ahmad K. Smith. Worked for the NBA, used to serve as Slam's first overall talent. Also, I'm a 2-time children's book author. Just released my latest children's book. It's called Becoming Kobe Bryant. I appreciate that. If y'all go and lock in and tell somebody, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's on Barnes & Noble, Becoming Kobe Bryant. I would really appreciate that. And I'm about to get out of here, man. Okay, I'm hoping Clark wasn't, but she didn't show her emotions. I don't know what Tony deleted a chat. But once again, it's your boy, Mike K. Smith. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gone, man. Peace.